a checklist and guide for the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, which is best practice for ADA compliance for websites. A full checklist is available at accessible.org, and I will put that link below. And on this checklist, you will see all 50 success criteria for WCAG 2.1 AA, and they will be listed out in plain English, easy to understand, and that checklist will be available to you. That checklist is created by me. So is the full guide. So the full guide is going to expand on the checklist and explain more what each success criterion is getting at. So that's what you're looking for. Now you may have heard of version 2.2. Version 2.2 is expected to come out in a few months, but to me, I would focus in on 2.1. While it's obviously best if you can have more accessibility consideration built into your digital assets, 2.2 just has a few additional success criteria, but it's more important to key in on 2.1 because these are the more foundational, essential success criteria, and then 2.2 just adds a few more success criteria, so a few more requirements or things to do on top of 2.1. Nothing has changed in 2.1. So 2.1 is still got good. It has 50 success criteria or things to requirements or things to implement or incorporate into your website. So you will have enough to do with that. And then later, if you want to take it further, then I would go to 2.2. Now, that's one thing. That there's your checklist. The other best practice for material compliance when it comes to the ADA is having an accessibility statement. You want to make sure that you state a commitment to accessibility, that you invite user feedback, that you offer support, and that you have multiple means of contact if possible. So an email is obviously a good start, a contact form is another good way, and then if you have a phone number available where people can receive support for accessibility, that is optimal as well. But none of these are explicitly found in regulations. These are all best practices that I have brought forward from Department of Justice settlements involving digital accessibility. So the Department of Justice is the federal agency that is tasked with regulating and enforcing Title II and Title III of the ADA. So if they have required these things in private settlements, then these are best practices because these are likely what would be instituted as ceilings when regulation does come forth. And regulation is expected. Title II is expected to come first, and then Title III would probably follow fairly quickly thereafter. But those are the two things I would focus in on: WCAG conformance. I'll give you the link to that checklist and then an accessibility statement. I have other videos elaborating more on accessibility statements. If you would like to get the complete picture, then I will also provide a link to my book, the ADA book, which explains this all in detail. It's succinct, but you will have an excellent overview for, you will have an excellent context for what exactly is going on in the legal landscape, the private litigation that is driving digital accessibility, and then also what is likely to be the law. I talk about the DOJ private settlements, and all of this will set you up for success, and I also go into the practical considerations of how to actually get this done.